31st of August 1944, the 31st day of the Warsaw Uprising, and one of the bloodiest in the Old Town's history. Over 1,000 people are killed on this day by heavy bombing raids on the Old Town. Over 300 people are killed in the Simon's Passage. It's now a race against time to escape the Old Town before the SS units find out that the Polish Home Army have decided to evacuate through the sewers. The civilians will be left behind, and just a few troops to hold off the SS attacks. Zbigniew Blichiewicz is commanding the 101st Company of the Boncha battalion, named after its commander. They now face the terrible decision to leave their comrades in arms, heavily injured troops, behind, and the civilians with them. And they come here to Plac Klasinski. There are crowds all around, both civilians and soldiers, desperate to escape the Old Town before the SS arrive. And this is actually one of the original manhole covers that was used during the Warsaw Uprising. So this is where the resistance fighters would have gone down into the tunnels, into the sewers, in order to be able to escape the Old Town and get through to the city centre.
Finally, it was Zbigniew's unit's turn to go into the sewers, and his unit used the exact sewer that you see behind me. Now, right now, we've got safety equipment, we've got lighting, and I'm with professional experts. But when thousands of people went through these sewers, there was no lighting. They didn't necessarily know where they were. The threat of grenades going off or petrol being poured down into the sewer holes was very real. Zbigniew described how it was impossible. It was like a dream, something from another reality. There was no sound except the beating of the hearts of the people around him, and his own heart beating like a drum. Each person held on to the person in front of them. If somebody fainted or collapsed, there was no time to stop. They could be trampled underfoot. They had to get out of the tunnels. He said that it was something that he would never really truly be able to describe properly. Then, finally, he sees light. He's hauled out, and he wrote that he tasted the sweetest taste of his entire life: fresh air. The young boys and men and women of his unit are hauled out, filthy, stinking, exhausted, injured, saved. They emerge from the manholes in the city centre to streets that weren't filled with rubble, on flames. They had glass in their windows. Blichiewicz described how it was like a scene from another world. But it wouldn't stay like that for long. Thank you very much for watching this episode of 63 Days of Extraordinary Courage, where every day we tell the story of the men, women and children who had to walk through this filth and this horror for one thing: freedom. Don't forget to tune in to tomorrow's episode at 5 p.m. Warsaw time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Share your view and your reaction to this story in the comments section below, and share this film with someone who you think might appreciate it. Thank you very much.